Welcome back to IGN Live at Gamescom 2019. Need for Speed Heat hit the NOS and cruise right into the show. And joining me today is Riley from EA to talk a little bit about the game. Thank you so much for joining us today at Gamescom.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we actually have live gameplay. You're going to take us through the demo that you have here so that the home audience can sort of get an idea. So where are we going to start?
We're going to start in the garage. Mike is playing the game for us right now, one of the producers on our team, and he's going to customize this car that you can see here. This is where we begin.
So customization is one of my favorite parts about the Need for Speed series. I love decking my car all out. Is there any sort of other passive benefits to having a really slick looking car? Like, do you get more of the street rep or anything?
It's not a gamified feature.
Okay.
It's just for fun, and you can do it on your phone now as well with the Need for Speed Heat Studio app, which you can then push to the game when it launches worldwide November 8th.
So the cars that come out weekly for that app, as you stated in your gameplay trailer, is that only going to be for the app, or will that be in the game also?
All the cars on the app are in the game.
Okay, so the game will also be getting new vehicles every week. And how long are you going to sustain that?
Well, all the vehicles will be launched by the time the game is released.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is like a sneak peek into what you're going to be able to deck out in your garage.
That's right.
Nice. So what are some of the things he's doing right now?
Oh gosh, he's probably doing a little bit of everything. We have new paint types right now. He's adjusting the stance of the vehicle, so he's changing the camber of the wheels, which we've had before, and now he's jumping over to exhaust tuning, which our fans have already spoken. They're very excited to see this.
This is really interesting. So you can actually change the pitch of how the exhaust sounds, right?
Yeah.
So if you want a really throaty noise, you can make it that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And something you won't see here, but that we also have is engine swaps.
Oh, wow.
That will allow you to take your car's performance to the next level, and it will also change the way your car sounds. So there's a lot going on here.
Can I make a sleeper Volkswagen?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? So I can put like a super engine in a Volkswagen?
You can put a V12 in a GTI and crush grip scores with a really throaty exhaust, if that's what you want to build.
That sounds pretty cool. We're looking at the character customization now, right? So one of the things about these games, it's great that you have character customization. Am I ever actually going to see my avatar at any point?
You'll see him every time you're in the garage, and you'll see your crew's characters in the garage as well. And then we've gone to real-time cutscenes, so you can see your character in those cutscenes as well.
Got it. This is a new feature, car customizations. What's some of the stuff that you're like, we really need to improve this feature or that feature this time around, like the exhaust customization, for example? Was there anything else that you guys really wanted to nail?
You know, it goes beyond customization, but really, to an extent, we've changed everything in the game. I think everything will feel new to most players, and it's really taken a new focus around street racing. I mean, that's our core, so we wanted to really deliver that.
Talking about street racing, how do the night and day systems differ in terms of challenge?
So from a racing point of view, day races are cordoned off, so there's no traffic. You're not breaking the rules. You're not breaking the law, so there's no cops chasing you during, as opposed to night where both of those things are at play. So you got to pay attention a little more, and you might have a cop chasing you during the race.
You said you changed everything. Speed cards were replaced from Payback, is that correct?
That's correct.
So what's the new system?
It's a much more grounded system and on many levels. So starting with our events, you can take any car into any event. We don't restrict them to specific types. In fact, you don't even buy cars as types anymore. You build your car to drive the way you want. Okay. We have two extremes. We have handling and grip, grip and drift are two of our handling extremes. And with each of those respectively, you can set the fastest race times and the highest drift scores. They do require a little more skill though.
So we've done all this customization. It looks like we're going into the daytime world to actually try out the vehicle. One of the mechanics, it seems, that you're adding this time is car destruction. So what happens when your car blows up?
Essentially, you'll fail night. If you don't get back to your safe house with your car intact, if you wreck or you get busted, you'll lose your heat multiplier. So you have this kind of push-pull of, if your heat goes up, there's going to be more cop attention, but you're also more likely to fail night and lose some of the rep you've earned.
So taking a look at this UI. You have 3 NOS things in the bottom. You have your speedometer. You have a weird box in the lower right and some sort of tool thing. Why don't you take me over like what all that is for the player?
Okay, so the bottles are NOS bottles. Instead of having the ability to just kind of touch NOS whenever you want and drop a little bit, we've divided it into bottles, so it's more of a strategic choice.
Got it.
You could have equipped a single bigger bottle, or in this case, he has 3 smaller bottles. On the left, you have the car health.
Okay.
And that's what brings a little more attention tonight and gives it, so you have to think about how far do I want to push it at night. And on the right, that's a slot that I don't think is activated yet on his vehicle, but it represents some special parts that you can equip that change the way NOS refills or change the dynamics of how you interact with cops a little bit.
Okay, cool. And we're seeing some of the destructibility. You sort of teased this also in the gameplay trailer. I'm wondering how far can you push that? At what point are you hitting brick walls? And at what point can you hit that barrier on the left, or is that a solid surface?
So we've done a really great job in heat in the world in general, but specifically removing what we call dead stops in dev from being close to the road. So it ends up contributing to just a much more pleasant driving experience. You do take some slowdown from collision, so you're welcome to do it, but you're going to go faster if you drive cleaner. Yeah,
of course. Dead stops aren't fun in any racer, so it is nice that you have a little bit more leverage to mess around in the game. So once you finish this race, you get some rep. How does the rep and the multiplier and all that go back into your vehicle once you've gained currency and such?
So the big split between day and night is day you earn bank, night you earn rep. At least that's the fastest way. It's not exclusive, but it's the fastest way. So rep unlocks, gives you access to events, to cars, to parts. Bank is what you buy those cars and parts with.
Okay, all right, got it. I have to ask you sort of a tricky question. You're probably going to implement microtransactions, right?
There's no plans for microtransactions right now, and we do not have loot boxes.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. So how much is the game at launch? It's $60, right?
I believe that is the price.
Do you plan to add expansions to sort of keep Need for Speed like fresh and interesting, or like there has to be a way you're monetizing beyond the initial purchase?
There's 2 monetizations that we are planning on that we're speaking about, which are we are going to have a kind of a time saver pack which reveals the location of all collectibles for players who want that convenience, and we're going to launch car packs, so it'll be new cars you can pay for.
Oh, okay. So. All right, that seems...
Those are the current plans. And we'll have more to a live service, but we're just not speaking about that yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll learn more later about that topic.
Yeah.
What else do we have? You have the new crew system.
That's right.
Right? And you talked about leaderboards and challenges, crew rank. Take us through all of that. How are you going to be playing with your friends in that respect?
So, instead of being, ranked 3 million out of 6 or whatever, and racing someone who's 4 million, we're going to give you a list of 32 people, that you can get a little bit more familiar with, that you'll see in your garage all the time. And you can either stick with that group or you can form your own crew. And once you know them, you can compete with them in races. So we have crew trials spread throughout the world where we'll feature a ghost car from one of your crew members, and you can compete with them. So one of the benefits of it is it's a familiar group that you can compete with any time because it's asynchronous racing. Yeah.
So like if you and I want to team up, we can start a crew together.
We can start a crew.
Yeah. So like your Xbox Live friends or your PlayStation friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So we're seeing a night race right now. Oh my God. So we're seeing a night race right now. He's in 5th place.
That's right.
I'm going to put the pressure on the guy doing the gameplay in the back. You worked on the game.
Mike will love it. Mike will love it. He's one of our best drivers.
Yeah. Well, the internet might say differently.
We'll see. It's not over yet. Okay. It's not over yet.
So what's going on here? You got a cop on your left. Those guys are all like bashing each other on the other side.
So he's in the middle of the race. This is a wide open night race. He's already at heat level 3. Cops are chasing him, but you're not the only person in the world, so cops are also chasing other cars in the race.
Yeah.
His damage is pretty good, so he's still got room to give. So it's all about still trying to win the race and then making it back to the safe house.
Cool. So what's going on here in the UI? Some stuff has changed. You got your position, that 3 with pink flames around it.
Yeah. If you were a little closer to the
multiplier?
screen, that's your multiplier. That's your heat level. Exactly.
Got it.
And then on the left side is how much heat he's earned this night, and on the right side is how much heat he would bank.
And
how much more heat he needs to get to the next level, excuse me.
Got it. So we're racing in Palm City. Is this a new location for the Need for Speed franchise?
It is. It's inspired by kind of the entirety of the southeastern U.S. We chose the most iconic spots or the most compelling driving locations in that area as inspiration. So it's not a replication, but it is inspiration.
Yeah, so like, I don't think you're going to want to hit any rush hour traffic in Los Angeles during your daytime mode, for example.
No,
so of course
dead stop traffic is, not something we care too much about,
What about abilities as a driver? Are you? I saw it looked like you got shunted earlier, a mechanic where you hit somebody from the side and sort of like push them into debris to set them back.
You can, so a difference from Payback is that you can battle, but the primary way of escaping cops is outrunning, either by straight line speed or twisting around corners. That's the primary way. But you can tactically choose to spend some of your health, knock a cop, and they will lose traction, and you might get away.
Got it. And like the core mechanics are NOS, speed, drifting. We saw a little bit of that. Is there anything else that I'm missing that might have been added to your sort of repertoire of mechanics?
The main thing is something I mentioned earlier, which is you can build your car to kind of an extreme grip or an extreme drift variant, which will make the car drive different and allow you to perform the best in those specific events. And then you can also tune your car to be more attuned to off-road or road driving. So you can mix and match those two spectrums of driving.
Got it.
Yeah.
He made it up. He ended up finishing first. I'm very, very proud of him. That is wonderful.
He's the man. He's the man.
It also gives me an opportunity to ask you about the overworld. First of all, can I play as a cop?
There is no playing as a cop.
Okay. So my Need for Speed 2 days are over. No more cop.
They're over in Need for Speed Heat.
Okay, got it. What else? I saw some icons in your trailer. It looks like there's like a gas station that he's driving towards right now on the right. I also saw, what did I see here? I wrote it down. Fuel pump symbols.
Those would be the
lightning symbols. What are those things?
So we have a bunch of different open world activities. The gas stations are key at night. You have a limited number of car repairs by driving through them. So that can be a strategic choice for extending your night. But there's many open world collectibles. We have billboards, which we've had previously, different activities like drift runs, and a basic collectible, flamingos.
All right, cool. So gas station, you're not going to be filling up your car, so to speak.
No, we take some creative license being a video game.
So if he fails right now, is that it for the demo? Like, does it go to an end screen?
There's a time limit on it as well, but if he gets busted, that's the end of this night.
Got it. And
which he may do for us pretty soon, so we can see. But
So what tools do the police have? We got a chopper here. I know we saw spike strips, and you talked about rhinos.
Rhinos. There's also roadblocks that cops can drop. He is at heat level 5.
There's a rhino.
Yeah, he's starting to take some pretty significant damage. There's kill switch. They can kill switch your car if they're in range.
Is that what they did to him? Because he dead stopped.
He might have kill switched, or he might have been trying to choreograph his play with us.
So this is what it looks like when you get arrested.
Yeah.
In case anybody was
There's
curious.
that multiplier, that heat 5, and it's going to drop to 1 because he wrecked. So you do get penalized if you push it too far.
All right. So they probably impounded his car, or you already paid the fine. You saw the money amount go down. At any point, will you ever lose your vehicle and have to start over with one of your alt cars?
We do not have impounds.
Okay.
We do not have inbounds,
Okay, good. That's really, really good to hear. Let me see if I have anything else in my notes here. I really like the visual mechanics. I was really curious if you were doing like a Dark Souls, but with cars. I thought that would be sort of interesting, but I'm excited for Need for Speed Heat. I'm a big Need for Speed fan, actually.
Cool,
so
awesome.
It's nice to see that you nailed that feel of speed along with the gameplay mechanics.
Cool.
Yeah. What else do we have here? So, quick question.
Sure.
NVIDIA RTX ray tracing. I want to ask you, are you guys going to be utilizing that in any way?
You know, I haven't been in any conversations around that, so it's possible. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
We can find out after this.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Riley.
Sure. Glad to be here.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Coming up, we have an interview with the team behind Marvel's Avengers, and we didn't record it at the back of a convention center with a cell phone, so it's going to be great, and we have a lot of good questions from our editorial team. Stick around, it's coming right up.